to lean into.
Oh yeah, if you want.
Hello.
Have those intimate moments,
Hello.
Hell of a low.
Oh.
I love that.
Oh my God. I thought your mic said fist for a second. I was like, all right, I'll talk to you, fist then.
The fist would like to know.
Yes.
Much like this.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a fist. All right.
Well, actually, Brandon,
Yes.
you have this ability to make swearing so smooth and soothing. How, is it just come natural? Because it just...
Kind of. I was raised Catholic and baptized, so you got dunked and swear. And I don't know what it is. It's in the water they dunk you in. But no, I love swearing. Everyone in my family swears. I think it releases a valve that makes you a little bit more normal when you're not swearing. I don't know. This one does nothing but swear all the time. You should hear him.
Damn.
Oh, God.
We gotta put a label on
Yeah.
that. We gotta put a content label
Censor.
on it.
Damn it.
Censor it, yes.
Unless you ask.
Yeah, they say people who swear a lot are actually more intelligent. So
Fuck yeah, we are.
So that's what this status shows.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Oh, sure.
yes,
All right, hello.
I was wondering how being a part of the Hellaverse has affected your sketch comedy. In particular, is that bully costume that you wore Alistair cosplay?
Yes. You're talking about my character Edmund, who is inspired off of many people that I see at cons who knows every episode of everything. That was inspired off of, I imagine he watches Hazbin, and that's an Alistair cosplay or reference. There's all sorts of Hazbin Helluva references in my videos now. I try and keep Richard Horvitz out of most of them, but he still finds his way into my videos. I say, Richard, you have a face for voice acting, and
Damn it.
yep,
Face for TV and a face for radio.
exactly.
Yes.
And a butt for only crimes now.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm new to the Hellaverse. Sorry it took me so long to get here, but I've arrived. And I want to know, because I'm so curious, and looking at you guys, I can tell, your characters, you are your characters. What characters do you relate to the most? Personal, and then what characters on the show do you relate to the most?
So, who do, of all my characters, or my characters particularly in the Hellaverse?
The Hellaverse.
Oh, I definitely relate to Moxie, my own character,
Yeah.
because he's a musical theater fanatic. I'm a musical theater kid, born and raised in musical theater, and I really like the relationship between Millie and Moxie.
Yeah.
It's a real relationship. It's fraught with its ups and downs and compromise, and I feel that's very much the way I hope my relationship with my wife is. So
Yeah.
that I relate to. And what are you gonna laugh about?
I'm gonna laugh about my big O that you don't pronounce in my name because his O is silent. Actually, it's also silent in Brandon. You're not really saying the O there either.
No, it's usually you. They say.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
U-M-N. Brandon. Oh yes. What was I? Honestly, what did your question was? I forget it.
Who in the Hellaverse do you feel like you?
Blitz. Definitely
Yeah.
Blitz. I'm willing to bet, I don't want to speak for the rest of the cast, but I'm willing to bet that every other person on this show will probably say the same answer. Because Viv doesn't cast us into, when she casts a role, it's not like she's picking some actor who's not like that and making them really bend and depart. She really, I'm willing to bet that even a lot of the people on Helluva Boss, she probably had in mind the actor first and then created the character.
Really?
She just creates
Yeah.
characters
Yeah.
that feel like well-tailored uniforms. And
Yeah.
you put it on and you're like, oh, I can get into this.
Yeah.
And, we've been playing Moxie and Blitz the same since the very pilot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's never felt like we've had to more fully realize how to deliver these lines. It's always been there. And I think that's largely in part because of how Viv wrote the characters.
Does that make it fun and easy for you? Because like I said, just seeing, because animation is way different than acting in real life. And seeing you guys,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think that there's a happy marriage between our voice acting and the animation, and I think that the animation helps also portray the characters' attitudes and thoughts and all that. But with Brandon and I and the rest of the cast, Brandon and me, is it me or
With me and the rest of the cast, so Brandon and me and the rest of the cast.
Yes. So with Brandon and me, we what was the question?
It was with Brandon. It's with Brandon and me and the rest of the cast. No, Brandon and the rest of the cast and me. You always go at the end, Richard.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could also insert a damn it.
Damn
anytime.
it. Damn it.
Anytime.
Yeah, no, I think that we've all been pretty much the same since the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also with Richard, also you played, of course, Zim from Raider Zim.
Yes.
Do you prefer more of the more like I guess a little more subtle that Moxie is, or do you prefer like the Zim, which like Zim and that kind of?
You know, it depends on the world I'm playing in. I loved the randomness and the humor and the energy of Zim, and you know, we're talking. Next year it'll be 25 years since Zim came out. So back then I had that kind of energy, but now I'm kind of like more of the elder statesman for the kids on our show.
And when he gets abusive, we call it elder abuse.
Yes, elder abuse, yeah.
And we know it's not a laughing matter, actually. Please
Yes,
grow up.
Please don't, yeah.
Sorry, what was the...
It was my question.
Oh, yeah.
So with Moxie and things like Raz from Psychonauts, I always love those characters because they're pretty much my voice. But really what I prefer is what's the story. I like really great stories. And, you know, I don't do a ton of different voices. I never have. In fact, you always know it's me in any of my shows because I have a distinct voice. But it occurred to me years ago, we follow Robert De Niro into any movie, and you could argue that Robert De Niro is the same in Casino as he is in Goodfellas, as he is in The Irishman. But he gets out of the way and doesn't make it about him as much as it is about the story, and that's how I feel about whatever story I get to play in. You know, whatever voice comes out, I have a saying: the voice does the work of the spirit of play, and so that's how I want to play, and that's the voice that comes out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, play. Like, Richard told me one time, he's like, when kids are playing like cops and robbers, they're not being like, freeze! Was that a cop? Was I being cop enough? Do I do it more like? No, just a kid knows what a cop is like. Like, it's purely play, and I never saw acting quite like that before working, because he's vocal director. It's like taking a workshop every session, you know, for free. I don't have to pay it. In fact, I get paid.
I pay him.
Yeah, he pays me. Yeah, got to keep the class full.
I pay him to make these comments and interviews.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I go home and I take a big shower.
Yep. It feels so dirty. So dirty. And that's not just from our show.
That's not just from our
pretty dirty.
show. Yeah.
You say the story draws you in. What about the story and Helluva Boss and Hazbin have drawn you both in?
I have something for this.
I have something for this too.
You do your
You want me
thing.
to go? My go?
You go for it. Yeah.
So what draws me in is that people who don't know our show think it's just about hell, violence, and lust, right? But really, the show is about relationships,
Yes.
and that's what draws me to the story. Is that it's any number of relationships. It's Millie and Moxie. It's Blitz and Stolas. It's Blitz and Luna. It's Stolas and Octavia. It's all about relationships, and that's the main heart of this. But in the end, it's also about love.
Yeah.
And so I always like to say, hey, love is hell, so that we're in hell and there's love.
I like both shows equally for different reasons, and I think it's why they don't inherently compete with each other, is that they feel very different, even though they're from the same universe. One deals with these great, big, gargantuan, we gotta save hell, and this apocalyptic thing is about to happen, and it's like war. But in Helluva, it's like a marital issue can feel just as big as trying to save hell, and I like that because it scratches different parts of my brain. You know, I enjoy a big, comic book like story, and I also enjoy characters that I can relate to the very human things that they're going through. I think hell is such a great landscape for Helluva Boss particularly, because the issues are based in love, and people, you look at it and you think, oh, it's a show about hell and they're swearing, but then like what they're going through comes from a place of, I mean, these people should be in heaven, a lot of them, and so and that's Hazbin. I'm not going to talk on that story, but
Oh, Hazbin?
Hazbin.
Yeah.
That show's about sending them up to heaven, and we're
Yeah,
not about that. We're about
redemption.
killing
That's about
people
redemption.
and keeping them in
Yes.
hell.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if they go to heaven.
Well, we're killing people who deserve it.
Who deserve it? Well, we're
Right,
killing
yeah.
people for people who pay us.
Yes.
Yes.
But the
We
people
deserve the
end
money.
up deserving it in a lot of
Yes.
times. Yeah,
And
which is
most
what
of the time they deserve it.
which is what I found very cool about
It's very
the show.
Dexter-esque
Yeah.
that way, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
Real quick, you talked about letting the voices speak for themselves, stuff like that. But as a voice director, I'm sure there's a lot of times where you have to kind of like guide the ship.
Yeah.
So how do you like walk that line between letting the play happen, but also sticking to the vision?
So like Brandon will be the first to tell you is like Brandon's also a writer on the show, so he sometimes will be doing a line and rewriting it as we're doing it, and other times it's like, okay, we want to go a different direction on this scene, so I'm going to paint the picture for you. I'm going to tell you a story. You're with Stolas, and Stolas is he's got this osmodia crystal, and then I create this story for them. I've never ever had to give a line reading ever, so I help to create the story in their head. They see it, and then we go action, and then we get the take we need out of it.
Yeah, Richard's really good at setting us up when we're starting a scene to remind us of the context. Like we just did a session the other day, and he's just really good at being like, remember, you came in, you're out of breath, you just came from this thing, or keeping us exactly, playing, and and also we've been kind of experimenting a little. We've always have kind of. We will try new things, and if something works in the moment, we'll be like, yes, and let's try that,
Yes.
but now add a little this to it or tweak it, which I like that because it's a beautiful form of improv.
It is. While we're recording episodes, it's constantly evolving the story. So even if we've written something, we always get a take that's as written. But then we can talk about it because we have the luxury of time usually in our record sessions. And we can change a scene on the spot. It's not unlike an on-camera thing where they're rewriting in the here, do these lines instead, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do a lot of this also, yeah.
We're the ones doing that.
We're doing that, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Sit down.
I do this.